State Health Management Agency organizes a kosher town hall meeting in Ibile divisions. Federal government declares Monday as public holiday for Eid al-Maulud. On the foreign scene, Senegalese president dissolves parliament, sets re-election for November. And in sport, Rivers United defender Ekerete Udom signs 2-year deal with Spanish club Villarreal. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has organized an Eco-Social Health Alliance, ECOSHA town hall meeting with the vulnerable under Ilera Eco Health Insurance in the 5 Ibile divisions in the state. Permanent Secretary, LASHMA, Emanuela Zamba, while flagging off the ECOSHA Ibile divisions town hall meeting at Ikosisheri Local Council Development Area, said this is in the agency's commitment towards ensuring customer satisfaction and feedback from its enrollees. Zamba said it became necessary for the agency to organize the forum to be abreast of how enrollees are being treated while accessing care at the hospitals, understand the challenges they face, and provide solutions. She also said the feedback from enrollees will enable LASHMA to ensure better planning, implementation, and monitoring processes. The permanent secretary urged the vulnerable enrollees to shun self-medication and drug abuse, but rather implore them to access care whenever they are ill, adding that the agency is fully committed to ensuring that enrollees receive the highest quality of care so they can live a healthy life. The Lagos State Waterways Authority, LASWA, has marked the successful conclusion of the 4th edition of its Water Survey Case program, an initiative aimed at educating children about the importance of inland waterways transportation and conservation. In his remarks, Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, congratulated the students and LASWA for their dedication towards improving waterways transport system. Oshiyemi also emphasized the importance of inland waterways transportation, saying it is the lifeblood of cities, communities, and the future. On his part, LASWA's general manager, Damilola Emmanuel, expressed pride in the progress made in raising awareness about the vital role of inland waterways in the ecosystem and the need to protect them. Emmanuel commended the students who participated in the program for their enthusiasm and commitment to safety, saying they had proven that no one is too young to make a difference. Nigerians have been urged to partner with government at all levels in community development by adding value to their various institutions and encouraging their services. The Chief Executive Officer of Global Transport Policy, Segun Musa, made a call at the 3rd edition of its Masterclass Train the Trainer workshop tagged Improving Your Leadership Skills, the Emotional Intelligence option, organized for traffic managers and other uniformed personnel. Musa charged the participants, who were drawn from the Lagos State Commands of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, and Vigilante Group of Nigeria, to improve their efficiency, capacity, and be more receptive as they interface with the general public in order to add value to their performance.
We also need to support government. In appreciating what we're doing as agencies of government, it behoves on us to see how we can add more value to what you do and give you more encouragement. If we allow government to do it all, to train all of you, we might be waiting indefinitely because there's much that government needs to do. We've taken it up as a responsibility to see how we can partner with government in ensuring that our officers are trained.
Lagos State Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Adedotun Keshinro, who was represented by the Chief Superintendent of the Corps, Aruwa Kadiri, commended the initiative and promised to build more on the ethics and conduct in the discharge of their duties.
The officers will continue to be focused. When you repeat an act, when you repeat a particular I think it becomes part of the person, the nature of the person. So I think that's what training does, and it makes the officers to be focused on, to be more aware, and even in their subconsciousness, they will be able to reproduce what they have been trained to address strictly to the ethic of the profession and their conduct in relating with the people they are to protect. Because you don't jeopardize what you are to protect. So when you are constantly reminded in form of training, it helps you to also perform very well.
Also speaking, Group Commandant, Vigilante Group of Nigeria, Tajuddin Okpeyemi, promised to carry out the task ahead by training other officers to achieve the global best practices. In his presentation, the Director Training, Global Transport Academy, Shegun Awelbi, charged the officers on effective communication, team bonding, as well as foster friendship for optimal service delivery.
We want them to go back to their previous agencies and become a new person in terms of their interrelationship with both their colleagues and the Nigerian people. You know, these are people that are involved in in-person contact with the populace. So by the time they know how to relate with the populace, how to understand their own emotions and bring it under control, they'll be able to perform better and ensure that things run normally in the business of tackling insecurity in the country.
That was the Director of Training, Global Transport Academy, Shegun Awelbi. The federal government has commenced the dredging of the Ogun River from its Lagos State end near Ikorodu down to Isheri as part of efforts to prevent the perennial flooding of communities along this axis in Ogun and Lagos states. Speaking during the flag-off, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Ogun Osun River Basin Development Authority, Deji Ashiru, said the 10-kilometer dredging project would help to widen and deepen the river, increasing its capacity to accommodate more water and control flooding. Ashiru stated that the project, which is expected to last 6 months, would also help prevent incidents of dam collapses due to large volumes of water, as occurred in Maiduguri, Borno State on Tuesday. He emphasized that this intervention highlights the federal government's commitment to prioritizing the safety of lives and property across the country while working diligently to prevent flooding. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has declared Monday, September 16, as a public holiday to mark the celebration of the Eid al-Maulud. Eid al-Maulud is the commemoration of the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo made a declaration on behalf of the federal government in a statement by the ministry's permanent secretary, Magdalene Ajani, in Abuja. While congratulating the Muslim Ummah on the occasion, Tunji-Ojo implored them to use the opportunity of the period to pray for enduring peace and a more prosperous nation. The minister also urged Muslims and all Nigerians to imbibe the spirit of patience, sacrifice, and resilience. The Police Service Commission, PSC, has approved the appointment of 4 substantive commissioners of police for the Abia, Lagos, Ebonyi, and Akwa Ibom state commands. According to the PSC, these appointments follow the recent promotion of senior police officers, which created vacancies in several state commands. The newly appointed commissioners are Isa Nda for Abia State Command, Olariwaju Olawale for Lagos State Command, Antonia Anya for Ebonyi State Command, and Mila Dantawaye for Akwa Ibom State Command. Chairman of the commission, Ashimu Agungu, urged the new commissioners to be committed to making a positive impact on the security management of their states, as the PSC will monitor their performance. And now to foreign news. Senegal's President Bassirou Faye has dissolved the opposition-led parliament, paving the way for snap elections 6 months after he was voted in on an anti-establishment platform. President Faye said working with the assembly has grown difficult after members refused to start discussions on a budget law and rejected efforts to dissolve wasteful state institutions. He noted that the elections will be held on November 17. Meanwhile, observers say Faye's party has a high chance of securing a majority given his popularity and his victory margin in the March presidential election, which he won with 54% of votes. Now sports. Rivers United defender Ekerete Udom has sealed a move to Spanish club Villarreal. Udom joined the Yellow Submarine from the former Nigeria Premier Football League champions for an undisclosed fee. The centre-back put pen to paper for a 2-year contract with Villarreal. Announcing the defender's arrival on its official website, Villarreal said the 21-year-old will play for the club's B team in the Primera Federacio Group 2. Udom, who featured regularly for Rivers United in the last season, also previously played for Sunshine Stars and Nasarawa United. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has organized an Eco-Social Health Alliance, ECOSHA town hall meeting with the vulnerable under Ilera Eco Health Insurance in the 5 Ibile divisions in the state. The federal government has declared Monday, September 16, as a public holiday to mark the celebration of the Eid al-Maulid. We also told you that Senegal's President Bassirou Faye has dissolved the opposition-led parliament, paving the way for snap elections 6 months after it was voted in on an anti-establishment platform. And in sport, Rivers United defender Ekerete Udom has sealed a move to Spanish club Villarreal. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwoporoku. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.
Don't you think it is better to get the updates fast and undiluted from a trusted and reliable source than to hear it from just any other station?